I just start with one ball and throw it against the wall and just try to warm up my eyes and track the ball really well. Then after that, I go to 2 balls and throw them off the wall at the same time. I try to do stuff that gives me a little bit of a challenge just to try to get my mind into it, just try to turn my brain on a little bit more. A lot of goalies and a lot of players always have like this one routine, and if they stray from that a little bit, they think it's like bad luck and it gets in their head. And I try to always switch a couple things up every day, just so I'm not like thinking, wow, I missed this part, I'm not gonna play good today. And I think that's kind of when you run into issues, and if I can keep that out of my head, it's all the better. I was introduced to hockey at a pretty young age. My dad grew up playing, and his dad was his coach, and it was just kind of a natural thing. He brought me to open skates ever since I could pretty much stand up, and it was just so much fun. You know, I stepped on the ice and I loved it. I played a lot of other sports as a kid. I tried soccer, lacrosse, quite a bit of golf, and I felt like I excelled the most at hockey, and I could tell I just had the most fun out there on the ice. One day at practice, our goalie just didn't show up for our team, and my dad was the coach, and he ended up just throwing me in the net, kind of volunteering me. Ever since that, I just loved it and stuck in there ever since. I have 2 younger sisters, and then my 2 parents, my mom and my dad. Growing up around here, I always wanted to be a Spartan, and I'd come to hockey games, football, basketball games. I'd always watch the teams on TV. My mom was a stay-at-home mom through my younger years. Around the time I was in middle school, hockey got more expensive, and she ended up having to work a night job at a nursing home, and she's done it just to give me an opportunity to play hockey and follow my dreams.
Probably the most challenging part of that, Drew went to TPH, a hockey academy in Canton, which is 45 minutes to an hour from our house. So I'd get off from work at 7 a.m., I'd come home and pick Drew up. We'd head to school, I'd sleep in the parking lot. A lot of times from there, we'd head to Troy for OJG practice, and I'd come home and do it all over again. He loved it, and I love my kids, and we'd do just about anything for him.
We told Drew early on that if he worked hard and continued to develop and show promise, that we'd do whatever we could to give him the resources to continue.
I started off my AAA career at Belt Tire, and then moved on to the Oakland Junior Grizzlies. That was when I really made the transition to hockey becoming my goal in life is keep going on in hockey and play college. And I moved on to play in Cedar Rapids in the USHL, and that was a really fun experience. I wouldn't change that for anything. And then after that, I was really lucky and got the opportunity to play at the United States National Team Development Program. That was a super cool experience. There's nothing quite like that, just being able to wear your country's colors and being able to put on that USA jersey. It's something special, and it's something I'll never forget. I've been to Norway now, Finland, Russia. The only reason I've really ever traveled outside the country is for hockey, and to be able to experience those cultures is really cool, and those different tournaments too. And I'll be thankful for that experience for the rest of my life.
You're 17-year-old playing against NCAA D1 schools and 23 and 24-year-olds. It was a tremendous opportunity, and absolutely prepared him for D1 hockey and moving on to Michigan State.
Kick that right out to me.
I started talking to Michigan State around the time I was 15. Growing up a Michigan State fan, and with this being so close to home, I just felt the most comfortable here. I felt at home, and I saw the situation Michigan State was in, and I really wanted to be a big part of rebuilding this program and getting it back to what it could be and what it has been in the past.
Oh, one of the new faces for the Michigan State Spartans, Drew DeRidder. He's a Detroit kid, the youngest in college hockey. He watched John Lethleman start 6 of the first 8 games, but now more time in goal for DeRidder.
I was kind of told that I would be able to fight for the fight for the net, and that's all you can really ask for, is just a chance to prove yourself. I got that, my freshman year. Me and Leth played pretty much the same amount of games. I think he got a couple more in than me, but I had that chance, and me and Leth kept each other honest, and we pushed each other that year. That's always a good thing, to have that competition, just so you're both keeping each other on edge and pushing each other through that.
Lethman has had a really breakout senior season.
Yeah, he has, and Lethman's really one of the keys to the Michigan State Spartans.
And having a career year, it includes 5 shutouts.
Across they go. Oh, what a goal save! John Leatherman.
My sophomore year was pretty tough. Me and Leth split the first couple of games, the first couple non-conference games, and after that he kind of took over, and he had a solid year. And it's nothing that I did wrong. It's just he did everything right. It was tough coming to the rink every day for a little bit, not really knowing if you're going to get that opportunity again to prove yourself in the net. It's a tough pill to swallow.
What's unique about the goaltending position is that, and especially at college when there's 3 goalies on the roster, on those game days when neither of you are in net that night, you kind of spend a lot of time together watching what's going on and talking about what's happening on the ice. We became really close doing that.
I think a real big help was Spencer Wright, our third goalie last year. He had been in that situation for the last couple of years, and he really helped me see the bright side in it. Just push yourself every day to get better. Use it as an opportunity to better yourself and push yourself and get ready when your time comes.
When we all had this bug going around the team and Leth got super sick, Drew goes in after not playing for a couple months probably, and it was just like another night in the office for him.
I did have one chance last year when we were playing Ohio State. I was able to get a game in, and that really helped me too. I played pretty well, and that kind of gave me a little bit of confidence and just let me know, I can still play here. It really helped me get that confidence back.
There and tell us how you felt a little bit getting your first start for a while.
I wasn't even sure until I really got to the rink. But I mean, it's just, I haven't played for a while, and it's a feeling that I haven't had. So I mean, it was, it's kind of hard to explain, but I mean, unbelievable feeling.
Pass in front, Doogie with a save by DeRidder.
5 for 9, chance in front, DeRidder down. Drew DeRidder on the seat of his pants.
Winding and firing, they gather in the rebound. Shooting, DeRidder, big stop, maybe his best saves of the night.
Drew wasn't soaking or complaining. Drew was working and paying attention to a guy ahead of him that acted like a professional, and he put those habits into his game on the ice, but also away from the rink. And that commitment right there is why we are seeing the results from Drew this year.
I used last year as a real opportunity to get better and improve, and it helped me out. I was out on the ice with X every day. He changed a lot in my game, and I think that really helped me out. It was a tough situation to be in, and one that I really hadn't been in the past. I had always had so much success, whether it be AAA, USHL, or at USA. I had always been kind of the guy, and that was really the first situation I'd been in where I wasn't.
When you make that transition to play at the Division I level, and it doesn't come easy, and just worked really hard at it. So to see the success now is, I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone.
I'm so proud of Drew because he doesn't give up. He keeps working hard. He's so calm about it. He just takes it in and goes to work.
For any hockey program, you need to have a good goaltender. And Drew is a battler, and the skill that nobody can see is his mental toughness. And he's carried that mentality, that focus, and that belief in his own ability, which you have to have. He's off to a great start this year.
A pad save there by Drew DeRidder.
Back-to-back Big Ten First Star of the Week honors. Stopped 64-66 Monday and Sunday against Penn State.
Being here has meant the world to me. It's an amazing experience to be able to look on the ice, see that Spartan logo, and be in the locker room, look around, you see the Spartan head everywhere, and then just look down at your jersey and you see the Michigan State crest on your chest. It's a real honor just to be able to represent, your university and be a role model to all the kids growing up playing hockey, wanting to be in this situation just like I was. and we have a bunch of signs down in the locker room. One of my favorites is outwork yesterday, and that's a big thing that I think helped me last year, especially. You know, like once I realized what I needed to do to get better, you just got to keep getting better every day.